And just like that, we're back. Hello again, everybody. Got 2 shows today. Hell, it might be 3. I've got a lot of energy today. Who knows? Welcome back. For those of you that were here for the last show, thank you for being there, and thank you for being back. For those of you that missed the last show, go check the replay. It was great. It was about the school shooting in Michigan. Lots of great dialogue, lots of great ideas. It was great. So let's see who's in here. Actually, I'm going to bring up Kevin so he can welcome everybody too. Hang on. Hello, Kevin. I love the Christmas tree.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to get in the festive mood, right?
Is that your Christmas tree? Is that your Christmas tree?
No. I wish that'd be cool if it was. But no, the holidays are, they can be good and they can be bad, right?
Just try to make the best of it. Do you have your tree up?
No, not yet. We will be putting one up here pretty soon. But I'm really stoked because on the 10th, I'm going to go see James Taylor live.
So. I forgot you do have that coming up. Boy, those tickets were expensive too.
Yeah, they were. But I'll tell you what, that's going to be awesome.
I'm jealous. I got a secret though. Don't tell anybody. I put my tree up the day after Halloween.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Started wrapping presents, the whole 9 yards. We know you were talking on the phone that one day and you're like, what are you doing? I said, I'm wrapping presents.
Right, I do. Another thing I like about the holidays too is football.
Uh-huh. And food.
Yeah, and food.
Food's awesome.
Let's sure.
Tell everybody hi. Allegedly. First one in. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, we just threw this up this morning, guys. You didn't really have much of a head notice, so thank you. Allegedly says, I've been offering for months now to protest with posters at the end of the Wells driveway. He said, it's in my video I made about Don and Candice. Just won't go alone. Well, you got some friends coming now. Petros from South Africa. Hello. Just Joy. Wow. Oh, my God. Are they going to protest? Yep. Southern Mama. It's about time. Hello again, Aggie. Helen. She said, let's get ready to rumble. Hi, Wanda. Dodging bullets. Hey, baby. Little Wing. Hello.
Anybody that goes up there and protests at the Wells, they're a friend of mine. I'm for 100% going up there and screaming at them idiots. Yep, I can't wait.
Peaceful protest. We're not going to wish any harm on anybody.
No, I didn't say, but I hope they really.
I don't mean you.
I hope they disrupt their daily life bad.
Miss Justice said, hello from Canada. Hello, Cat O. By the way, the backdrop, the thumbnail was made by Cat, everyone. She did a great job. None your business. Hey, hello, lovelies.
Here's a thought.
What?
When they're protesting, what is Don going to do when he's all drunk in Candice? What are they going to do with the protest? That's going to be something to watch for.
We're going to talk about that momentarily. Let's finish welcoming all our guests.
Yeah.
And jump into it. Holly B, welcome back. Jackie said, I'm sure the police will be there. I hope they don't stop it. Well, it's their constitutional right to protest, so it's going to be kind of tough. Technigirl, y'all, shit is fixing to get real. It's going to get real. Michelle Mouse. She said, I suggested a protest here during the Gabby Petito stuff. I'm like, won't they give info to get rid of the people on this hill? I wish something would work. Oh, well, I don't, Hello, Everyday Shenanigans. She's not far from there. Angela might be out there protesting. We don't know. Hello again, Crystal. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Hello, Superior Dreams. Hello.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Ronnie Dawson handles this.
Hey, Danielle. Hey, Celeste. Hey, Pink Phoenix. Hello, Julie. She said they branched off from JW. I don't know what that means. Chase's sugar mama said Dawn worships at the Church of Jack Daniels. Check yourself. It's R&R whiskey. Okay, plastic jug. Hello, Annette. Hi, Nick. Hey, that one, Ginger. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. If mods, as people come in, let's make sure we tell everyone hi, because the chat's going really fast for me. I need to slow it down. I don't know how. I'm not that tech savvy. But anyway, exactly. Better late than never. Better late than never. All right. So, from what I'm gathering, Jonathan Lee Riches, he protests a lot of stuff. Okay? He protests a lot of stuff. Oh my God, Kevin, I have to read this. I'm just too excited to even do this show. Everyday Shenanigans says, I'm wearing my ostrich skin cowboy boots.
Oh, man. You go, Queen.
You go, Queen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Jonathan Lee Riches, he kind of is I'd say like a professional protester in a way. All right. He's kind of got his own background. He's got quite a few lawsuits against people, some fraud charges and things like that. We'll get into that a little bit because I don't want to get sued by him, if you know what I mean. But there is a separate Cash App going around right now to get the money together to get him and his people, I believe. It's going to be December 7th, 8th, and 9th in front of the Wells House. Benny and Lizzie B. Savage are trying to get up there, I guess, to protect the Wells. They better be careful.
No, fuck.
They better be careful. They really better be careful. Better be careful.
Well,
not that Jonathan is violent. I'm not saying that, but I'm going to show a clip in a little bit from the Gabby Petito protest they had, where a man threatened him, and that guy went to jail.
They're going to have to, but the thing of it is, they are going to have to be careful when they go raising hell up in them hollers, okay? Because that, how do I want to put this? Those hollers, those people are very, very, that's their holler, you know? And it's going to be interesting to see how all this unfolds. So.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Melissa, thank you for the $5 and thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. We enjoy talking to you guys, being here every day. I see you said allegedly Beach Creek is violent. Could be. So I'm going to put this up real quick. And you make a very good point, Kevin. I've been reading this all day. East Tennessee is not South Florida.
No, no, we're talking a whole different world, folks. Trust me. These people that live in that aren't going to be like, not say anything or no, these people will come out of the freaking woodwork and make you leave. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see. I'm all for screaming at the Wells, but on the other hand, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the locals perceive this and how Ronnie Lawson handles it.
Ronnie Lawson is aware. So is the local media, because you know the people on the internet got to make sure law enforcement knows everything, right? They love to call them and tell them stuff.
Yeah. I wonder what Jody. Yeah. Wow.
Jody Sue will probably stream it. Jody Sue will probably.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, huh? For sure. You know, I'm all for going up there and screaming Summer's name. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. You know. But it is going to be very, very interesting to see how Ronnie Lawson and the people in them hollers, what they do. What, you know, you're right. This isn't some Florida blue-collar neighborhood, okay? This is the hollers.
Yeah, and that's exactly what has been, you know, going around today. people are saying, look, East Tennessee, these people live way out of the town, nowhere near a major city for a reason. They don't want to be bothered. So even if it is about summer, they're not going to take kindly to it, and there's going to be a problem. All right. So yesterday it hit Twitter. Jonathan Lee Riches. He said it's not going to go well for the parents of summer wells when we show up and open the well. Now, this is a metaphor. A lot of people are like, well, if she was in a well, wouldn't somebody already know? It's basically he's throwing out a threat. They're going to cause a lot of disruption. Jonathan didn't even know about summer. Okay. When they were protesting outside of the laundry home, people were blowing up his Twitter saying, you need to do this for summer wells. So now they're on their way to Tennessee to do this for summer. They didn't even know about summer.
Yeah, I thought his statement at the well, that was pretty clever, actually. Yeah, it was just whatever the word you used.
Yeah. Melissa
It didn't mean summer was in a well.
Melissa said, I'm getting excited to see this. I'm making popcorn. I really hope that they stream this. What they need to realize, Jonathan, if you're listening, Molly Golightly, I think she's going down there. She was in our chat the other day. I want you guys to be super careful. Both Don, there's guns up on that hill. There's guns up on that hill, even though they're not supposed to have them. And I'm not going to argue about that today. They're not supposed to have them. Okay, but they have them. Be careful. Not to mention, they drink like a famished water buffalo. All right?
Yeah, guns and alcohol, drunkenness. I mean, Don's already said he's gone outside and fired shots at somebody in the dark. And the thing of it is, when you get that drunk and you got that kind of demeanor about you and stuff, alcohol and guns do not mix. Period.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. A drunk will shoot anything. And they are going to be one thing, Don was already irritated about the helicopters flying over the house and keeping him and his lovely bride awake at night. When they're out there with their bullhorns screaming, where is summer? Shit's going to get, they're going to get pissed. They're going to get pissed.
I wonder how they even frickin' sleep at night. Them two animals. How do they even go to bed at night? Knowing, it's just, they haven't done a damn thing to find summer. And how can they even sleep at night with the guilty conscience they have? That's just, they have to drink to fall asleep. So, yeah, be very careful, be very cautious. And it's not only the wells. There's guns up in the holler, period. Other people have guns too. You got to be very careful when you go into this kind of this isn't the city, folks. This is, like I'm going to keep saying, the hollers. Angela knows she lives there.
She don't live in the holler. Queen? No.
No. That's not what I mean. But she lives in
her fine wine and takes bubble baths. But she's going to wear her boots to go up there.
But she can tell you about the hollers of Tennessee. Those people, it's a different world up there. It really is. I didn't grow up at Ben Hill Road, but I grew up partly in the hollers of West Virginia. And they're different. Those people, it's totally different. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Ooh, I got to read this. Kat's getting feisty in chat. She said, thank you for coming anyway, Summer Smiles. Don't forget to check your attitude on the way out. Someone getting feisty on a Friday.
What happened?
I don't know. Kat will let us know. Kat might come on and tell us. Oh, everyday shenanigans doesn't take bubble baths. Okay, Miss Justice said, why all of a sudden protesting? Did I miss something? Jonathan Lee Riches was protesting outside the laundry home. That is Chris and Roberta Laundrie, Brian Laundrie's parents. Brian killed Gabby Petito and wouldn't tell anybody where she was. They were outside the house screaming for weeks, where's Gabby? Where's Gabby? Where's Gabby? Had bullhorns the whole 9 yards. People were lighting up their Twitter saying you need to do this on Ben Hill Road for Summer Wells. So, as there's no more protesting to do for Gabby, because we know where Gabby's at, and it's heartbreaking, they are taking their protest to Ben Hill Road. What I read, it is December 7th through the 9th. And
I hope it goes viral, you know. I hope it goes viral and thousands of people show up. I really do. I hope that it gets so loud and so annoying for them. I just do.
I'm just really afraid it's going to get dangerous. People are going to get arrested. Because here's the thing. No one in the community has protested outside of their house. They've really kept to themselves. And it's amazing how many people in East Tennessee will pop in to like different news articles or join Facebook groups and say, I live in East Tennessee. I didn't even know about this. Didn't even know about this. Maybe some of the locals will join in and stand outside.
Yeah, I hope so.
Now, remember, you can peacefully protest anytime. If you go up on their property, it's a different story.
Yeah, but the thing of it, if they have bullhorns, don't worry, they'll hear it inside the shithole.
Inside the shithole. Yeah, and he's going to have it on his Twitter, so we're going to stream it here to see what's going on. I don't know. Yeah, just don't go on their property.
No, I'm sure they won't. I think that guy knows how to protest, right?
A little bit. He's pretty good at it, actually.
But it is going to be interesting to see how Ronnie Lawson handles this, right? Because he's local law enforcement.
He's very well aware of it. Trust me. Trust me. Many people have called to let them know this is going on. I love it. I love what
I'm sure.
Gotta be kidding me.
I'll bet he's already had conference with all the sheriffs and everything on how they're going to handle this if it gets, if it gets really real. I'm sure they've already.
They're going to have to, because let's face it, this is not a case that he has ever had to handle before in his life. Okay, this is new.
No.
This is all new territory to him. A protest on Ben Hill Road is not something he's ever had to deal with before. And it is your constitutional right to protest. It is.
That's a great point too.
I'm just wondering what's going to happen, because by now Dawn and Candice know about this. Don't think they haven't been told. And they've already said these are the days we're going to be there. Hang on one second. Impala Queen says, I have friends meeting JLR at 1 p.m. Eastern to protest alongside of him. Oh boy. Oh boy. I got to get a hold of some of our locals and see what they know and if they're going to be there. Because they've always said if they have a protest going on, they'd be there. But they would be there.
You know what I just thought of something interesting is I don't think I've ever heard or seen of a protest that is taking place like in the holler, like in that kind of an area. Normally it's in the cities, right? I can't remember of any protest that happened in the area, such a rural type area as that. So yeah, you're right. I don't think Ronnie Lawson's ever had to deal with something like this. No,
and I'm going to address this comment. Rebecca said, he may be good at protesting and suing people, but let's see how it fares with the good old boys style there and the hillbillies that won't put up with that noise. I don't see it going well at all.
Yep.
I don't see it going well. I don't either. Rebecca, I agree. I want everyone to be careful. So if you're a local or if you plan to drive in to do this, please be careful. Because like Kevin said, there's really not a lot of protests in rural areas. All right. No. Jonathan also on his Twitter today put up, Don Wells has 2 strikes. He strikes me, then that makes 3 strikes. Then he'll go to prison for life. Summer Wells, Rogersville, peaceful protest. So he's given a warning. They're going to be peaceful. Now, mind you, peaceful can also mean your bullhorns outside until 2 o'clock in the morning.
What are their laws? Like, what are the laws with protesting? Do you know?
It's just got to be peaceful. You can't get on someone's property. You can't do
No, I mean
destruction.
hours.
Hours? Oh,
Like
well, I mean,
here.
people
No,
have
listen
business
here.
at night.
Yeah, here, like here where I live, you can't play music after 10 o'clock really loud. Stuff like that. So if they're out there at 2 o'clock in the morning with bullhorns, is that against law? Can they be arrested for that?
Disturbing the peace absolutely is. So it's going to have to be at times of day that people are
Mm-hmm.
awake, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Protesting at 2
Yep.
o'clock in the
Yep.
morning definitely be disturbing the peace. Everyday shenanigans is books. Ask yourself, why haven't folks up there, why haven't they protested yet? Very odd. Why not? I'm going to bring old Angela up here in a second. Kevin, did you hear the Twitter that I just read, the tweet?
About
Jonathan Riches said Don Wells has 2 strikes. He
yeah.
strikes, then that makes 3 strikes, and he'll go to prison for life. Interesting, he said that.
So he's. You asked me. So yeah, is he saying that he possibly thinks it could get violent? I don't know.
He's basically putting
You
a warning
know.
out that they're going to be peaceful. If they start something, he will call the police.
Oh yeah, he will. This guy knows how to do a protest.
Yeah, we watched
That's what he does.
during Gabby Petito, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, he knows how to pull off a protest. But he's where they're protesting is a different animal. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's totally different. The community, everything about it is different. The people, Don and Candice Wells, they're not the norm.
Well, no, they're not. And
What's
this is
that?
a white community that may not want this disruption. But like I said, if they're peaceful, I mean, they're going to use their bullhorns. They're going to be screaming, "Where is Summer? Come out and tell us where Summer is." Do the right thing. Tell law enforcement what you did with your daughter. It's going to be extremely aggressive. Don't get me wrong. They're not just going to stand there with signs saying justice for Summer.
No. And the thing of it is Don is such a narcissist. This has got to be going to be drive him insane. Because he's going to want to take control. Don is. And it's going to be interesting to see what poor choices he makes when he's all drunk. Because he will.
Well, supposedly Benny and his people are planning to go up there and stop the protest. They can't. You can't stop a peaceful protest. I mean, I've heard that.
No.
Benny and Don are friends. He's worried about his friends. I get it. But I mean, it's a danger. Just let them do their peaceful protest. Personally, I think Don and Candice should go to a hotel for a couple days just so it's not dangerous. Not because I care about Don and Candice and them being bothered.
How sad is it? Supposedly, from Donnie, Summer got abducted. How sad is it? You got protesters going to show up because you ain't done a damn thing to try to find your little girl that supposedly got gone by a kidnapper. It's just none of the shit would even be happening if they, that's why I'm saying this whole abduction thing is a bunch of crap.
Well, that goes without saying. And these are people that just heard about the case and they're going up there to protest because they don't believe it.
Right.
Gwen said, welcome, Gwen. Hey, we've got some new people in here. Don't forget to sub. Hit the reminder so you know when we go live. We don't just cover the Summer Wells case. We talk about a lot of different cases. Glad you all are here. If you have a chance, hit that like button or dislike, whatever. Gwen said, when a protest happens in a rural area, it's called a standoff. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, you might see torches and pitchforks, not signs, and a rope. It's a whole different world down in there.
What are they gonna do when the neighbors, the community people come out of their houses and they don't want
Bitching.
that yelling. They don't want that yelling and those bullhorns. They don't want that going on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. It could be an ugly situation. It really could. I'll look for some arrest. And I'm just saying that right now.
Yep.
I look for somebody to get arrested over this.
Lauren, thank you. Lauren said, I'm new to your channel and I like it. Justice for Summer Wells. Exactly. Don't forget to hit the sub button. Allegedly said the neighbors want Summer found too. The neighbors wouldn't even let law enforcement on their property to search. If they want her found, then they need to be out there protesting too. It's going to be very telling on Tuesday. It's the 7th is Tuesday, right? The 7th through the 9th, who's out there supporting a peaceful protest? Oh, yeah, Rebecca. Rebecca said, anyone look at the protesters' records as well? Jonathan has had some stuff going on. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. So I'm going to show a clip from another protest. This was from the Gabby Petito protest. So you guys bear with me, and I'm going to put this on. Hang on.
You're going to prison. Call fucking 911. You're going. I am going to. I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. You're going to prison, buddy. Okay. You're going to prison. You're going to prison. Call 911. You're going to prison. Call fucking 911. You're going to. Fuck around and find out. 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 I am going your property. I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. You're going to prison, buddy. Okay. You're going to prison. You're going to prison. Call 911. You're going to prison. Call fucking 911. You're going to. Fuck around and find out. 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 I am going your property. I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. You're going to prison, buddy. Okay.
So that's kind of what we're looking forward to.
Hill Road.
Do what, Kevin?
Yeah. It might even be worse than that down in them hollers.
Well, what's Ronnie Lawson going to do? I mean, is Ronnie Lawson going to
I don't
arrest
know.
the protesters, or is he going to arrest Don when Don comes out of his house and tries to stop the protest?
I don't know. All I'm saying is it's going to be interesting to see what happens when Don's all drunk and Candice, what they do. You know?
I don't care.
It'll really be.
I don't care if you got a lot of background noise. I'm going to pause you for a second. I don't care if you are 100% teetotaler. I don't see how anybody could survive 2 days of the bullhorns and all of that outside your house sober. You know? What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in this environment. You know, this is not your normal city.
It's not a city. It's a rural, very private area. Bullhorn Betty said, where are you getting your information? I guess you just came in. I apologize. We got this from Jonathan Rich's Twitter. And then the clip is from a public, heavily shared Facebook clip. It's also been on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, you name it, where from another protest.
Yeah, this guy that's doing this, if he says he'll be there, he'll be there.
Uh-huh. Now, as far as the 7th,
it's not some rumor.
No, and if it's as far as it being the 7th to the 9th, that was basically just Facebook talk. I don't know if he's going to be there then or not. I don't know.
Well, I hope it goes viral.
Local Last said, protests for what? I don't understand. What are they expecting to gain exactly? I don't know exactly. I think just exposure for summer and to get them to say something where summer's at. Bullhorn Betty said your dates are off. What are the dates then? What are the dates? Because people are calling, believe it or not, Hawkins County, telling them they're going to be doing this protest the 7th through the 9th. If anyone has the correct dates, if it's changed on Twitter or, you know, whatever, let me know.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I'm all for it. Get Summer's name out there. I hope all of social media tunes in. I hope millions of more people find out who Summer is. That's the whole purpose of this protest.
Oh,
well, and I'm sure he likes doing it.
Bullhorn Betty said, I'm going because I'm one of the protesters, but she's not going to give the dates. So we don't know it's the 7th through the 9th. But remember, it's a peaceful protest. So people have the right to protest.
Yep. Good. Summer's name just gets out there more and more and more.
Okay. Bullhorn Betty said, we don't expect to have problems. Good. Hey, do you want to grab the link and come up, Betty? I'd love to talk to you. I understand if you don't want to, but I'm going to throw it up there anyway. Because we are fully in support of bringing exposure to Summer Wells.
Yep. That's been my mission from day one. The more people hear about her, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Here she comes. Hi, how are you?
Hello. So, yeah, we just got this in there. You know, we had issues, you know, thinking about safety. We do not anticipate having problems with Don Wells. In fact, we would like to speak with him. We would like to speak with him and Candice. Mm-hmm. You know, at the end of the day, I don't know what your positions are on this matter. You know, we're back and forth whether, you know, Don Wells and Candice are innocent or whether they're guilty. But things just don't make sense, you know, and we weren't going to get involved. We weren't going to do it. And decided that, you know, Summer's been missing a really long time. We've got people that are reaching out to us daily, begging us to go out there and help. You know, people have helped fundraise some of the funds to get us out there. And we're going. You know, we would like support and help from people, but we don't want to make it such a circus that it's going to, you know, put people in jeopardy or in, you know, in danger. I don't anticipate Don acting a fool. I mean, he just got a DUI a few weeks.
You don't know about him. Just be careful. In our position,
we're going to be very careful. You know, we follow the law. When we do our protests, we follow the law explicitly. And I don't see that to be any different. If we choose to protest, we may go out there and just do a full investigation. You know, knock doors, talk to neighbors. I mean, we don't know what we're going to do yet. You know, our plan is not solidified on what strategy we planned on using with these people. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's just, but I don't think at this point, the dates, you know, you got the dates off slightly, but, you know, we also don't want that out. Now, as far as, you know, the issues with Jonathan Riches and myself, you know, things that Jonathan Riches did was years ago, and he's a gonzo journalist. He gets involved in a lot of different things.
Bring it up. I mean, you guys are going to do a peaceful protest. It's really, that has nothing to do with Summer and the work you're trying to do there. Does that make sense? And
I appreciate that because, you know, we get hit on so much over that. And it's like, you know, we go out here, you know, even with Gabby Petito, We
Yep.
stood out there for 10 to 12 hours in 98-degree heat. You know, I was blistered. I was sunburned. This was some of the hardest work people do. And some people that, you know, have no idea what goes into something like this. You know, it's easy to criticize, but, you know, those that criticize are still not doing. They're not doing anything. They're just watching from the sidelines. We're doers. We get out there, we get involved, we put our whole heart and soul into it. And, you know, Summer Wells needs to be found. Somebody knows answers. And quite frankly, I know my team doesn't 100% agree with me, but I think Candice is the key to this whole entire thing.
I think you're 100% right. We've been talking about Summer Wells since June 16th. And I think my very first show, well, basically I was talking about the Amber Alert because it didn't make sense to me. And then the next show I did, I think was on the 17th. I don't know. I can't remember now. And I said, this mother's story keeps changing. And during the Gabby Petito case, we were live streaming JB Buno. We saw you guys protesting. Kevin, myself, many people that are in here today were like, that'd be awesome if that happened for Summer.
Right.
And that's when you guys were made aware of Summer. Hang on. Kevin wants to ask you a question.
Sure.
I have a question. Have you guys talked to Ronnie Lawson?
We haven't talked to anybody associated with this case yet that I'm aware of.
And
I know Jonathan reaches out to people on Twitter. So I don't, you know, I'm not a privy to those conversations until they go into our group chat, but we all do our own little thing. And
I was just wondering. If
let her finish. Go ahead.
So his name's Ronnie Lawson.
He's the sheriff, yeah.
Okay. No, we have not spoken with the sheriff. We have not spoken with anybody in that county yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Just be really careful because, I mean, you know, we said earlier in the show, we're like, you know, it's not going to be, it's a very rural area.
Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah, we're aware of that. We know what we're walking into. We weren't going to get involved in this case due to the fact of safety concerns. But with the overwhelming request, listen, we were just in Moab, Utah, and we interviewed some pretty bad people. And we put ourselves in danger on these cases. It just comes with the territory. We weren't going to get involved, but we cannot allow, you know, bodily harm, grave bodily harm to deter us from what we are out there to do. And unfortunately, this is just part of the job. And, you know, we know what we're expecting out there. We use the buddy system. We go in groups. That's why it's not just one or two of us going down there. It's a whole group of us going down there so we can maintain safety. Mm-hmm. You know, we need to apply pressure to Candice. And the only way we're going to be able to apply pressure to Candice to get more information from her is to tell her everything we know and how it doesn't make sense. And the only way we're going to be able to get that information to her is by the use of a bullhorn, because she can't hear otherwise. Mm-hmm. So it's, you know, that's the way it was with the Laundrie family too. They were inside their home, and for them to hear us break down their lies and their case was to be on those bullhorns. And, you know, again, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the strategy that's used for this particular case. I personally think that is the only thing. I think Candice and Dawn have talked themselves on every single place that they can get a statement on. I mean, I'm very well versed in what I anticipate for them to come out of their mouth. You know, do we approach them in a nice manner and just try to get a statement from them and ask them all the questions that we have? Yeah, you know, right. I have a funny feeling they're just going to shut down, turn around and walk off, and we're going to be out in that street protesting anyways. So we'll see. You know, we still, as the team, have not sat down and spoken about the strategy that we are going to use when we get up there. We have several strategies that we use. You guys seen, if anybody follows us, you know, you've seen one strategy be used on Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie's case. You saw a completely different strategy used on Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner's case. So, you know, we may use a completely different strategy for Summer Wells. We don't know yet. You know, we have not collectively, outside of making plans and getting, you know, all of our, you know, funding and people in place to do this trip. we haven't collectively sat down as a team to discuss what strategy is going to be used when we get there. And that is key. You know, we always do a planning prior to, a lot of planning prior to us going to any situation in any case. We're going to be in a vehicle for over 12 hours together. So we're going to have plenty of opportunity to really strategize. Plus, we're going to have a team meeting prior to even leaving here. Because all of us are in different spots. Every one of us are in different spots. Some people are in different states. We're fortunate enough to have several people right here in the state of Florida, which makes it a little easier to communicate. But some of our team members, you know, are in different states. So it's a collective, you know, it's a collective job where we all have our strengths and weaknesses, and we're all going to bring them and put them out on the table. We are going to fight very hard for Summer Wells. We are hoping something breaks in this case, and we are hoping that, you know, we can help apply the pressure that breaks somebody in this case. I don't know what else would break somebody, but constant, you know, just them breaking down their case, telling them how many times their stories change slightly. What about the body language? What about Dawn Wells coming out and saying, you know, that she has a problem choosing the wrong friends? What does that mean, Dawn? Like, what does that mean? Did she have other people over at that house that day? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Who was there?
We have 6 months of this circus, and they're changing stories. They're BS. Candice can't even keep her story straight about what happened June 15th.
Right.
She said she went on a run and came back 10 minutes later and Summer was gone. The next day she was on Facebook saying that she was washing dishes and Summer walked out. She was barefoot. Now she always has the outfit right. Then we hear the planting flowers story. It's been one thing after another.
Yeah, the story that I recently heard on Dr. Phil was the one where she was working on her mom's camper in the back and the boys were with Candice. And, you know, I even saw a video Brian Enton put up about the stairwells leading down to the basement. And I don't know if anybody saw that, but that gave me the creeps. I'm sorry. There was this island there. You didn't even know these stairs were there. You had to crouch into these stairs. You got to walk down to this dungeon of a basement. It made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It was just, it gave me the EBGBs. And I don't know.
It's made mine stand up.
That was actually.
It's made my hair. Fuck, I'm done.
That was actually from Chris McDonough from the interview room. So if you watch those videos.
Kevin, what were you saying about your hair? I think we have a little bit of lag, and I think Kevin was trying to say something, and I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, there is a lag. He'll be back. He
okay.
Himself.
Gotcha. So, but that's it. So I just wanted to say that, you know, some of the things were on here. I just want to make sure people aren't beating up on us too bad. We're going out there to do a job. We're going out there to bring, you know, some kind of social media influence to Summer Wells. She's been gone for a really long time. Somebody's not telling the truth. If Don Wells was truly at work, I don't think he had a hand in this. But that really only leaves one other person. Well, two, if you count the grandmother. But what's going on with the grandmother? Why haven't we heard from the grandma?
No idea.
Nobody's heard from her. Was she even there?
She was with them all day. She was the reason that they even left that morning. Taking her to the doctor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she was with them all day. I mean,
we need to get to the grandma. We need to find out what the grandma has to say. We need to find out where Candice was, because I have a funny feeling. Like I said, you know, we've been following this case, and we kind of just really jumped in. We spent hours upon hours going through videos, reading body language, watching, you know, eye blinking movements, you know, doing all this stuff. And it just, Don doesn't, he seems more willing to speak. He seems more, you know, authentic when he speaks. I mean, he's still deceiving. There's certain things that he's been deceptive about that I can see. And one was when he was talking to Brian Inton, he took a long blink and looked down as he was saying that Candice is a good mother. That was very telling to me. And so there's a lot of unanswered questions here related to Candice. But if Don wasn't there, I mean, we can't ascertain whether the kid was, hurt, before he went to work or after he went to work. But I have a funny feeling something very grave has happened to Summer Wells, and I think the key to unlocking that is Candice Wells.
Kevin's back. Kevin, what were you saying? Because there was a lag and it cut you out.
I'm just saying, hearing all this, we have been saying this for almost 6 months. The exact questions, the exact same thing. There's 3 people on that freaking hill that know what's happening, and they haven't not talked, period. You're right. The answers are with Candice and Don, and I strongly believe the grandma knows too.
Yeah. So, like I said, we don't know what we're going to do. For safety concerns, I would, I don't really want the dates really going out too much right now. We will definitely go live once we get on the road, but we will not be there protesting on the 7th. So just to let everybody know.
I apologize. I apologize. I shouldn't have said
that.
Yeah,
we're not gonna be there on the 7th, and I mean, we welcome people coming out and protesting. We want people to be involved in their community. This is a huge case for Rogersville, Tennessee. They should be out there in arms wanting to know what happened to this child, because if this can happen to this child, it can happen to another child. We don't know what happened to her. And any person out there that has a child needs to be very upset. Not only about this, but also about, why is it taking so long? I mean, the police, it upset me when I saw that the police are going out there to search because there was high grass. This day and age, law enforcement should have the assets necessary to deal with high grass, high water. I mean, come on, folks. Come on.
Mm-hmm. And I think you're bringing a lot of attention to it. On this channel, we were not trying to beat you guys up at all.
Good.
I mean, that's the reason in the beginning I said, I hope they're very careful. Everyone has a right to protest.
Yes.
Everyone. And at this point, we're coming up on 6 months. My hat's off to you, my friend, for rattling the cages and bringing more exposure and joining Summer's army. Yep.
And we're going to get out there and we will go live. We will make sure people are abreast of everything that we're finding out. I'm pretty sure that we will be asking some tough questions. I would hope, it would be my hope that Don and Candice and the grandmother take the time to speak with us and get there, because we have, and clear the air because of the misinformation. If they really didn't have anything to do with this, explain to us why stories have changed. Explain to us why this has been different than that. Where did this come from? And I think they could do that. We will be very respectful of them. I mean, it's not going to stop us from asking them very tough questions, personal questions I have, that I hope that they answer. But it will at least alleviate the minds of other people, at least bring some kind of answers that other people may have. If they really didn't do it, let's explain to them why people think they did. And not only that, but the dogs on the property. I've got dogs, or had dogs, I should say. I had dogs. I don't have dogs anymore, but I had dogs. And I don't know anybody out in the wild that you can walk on their property without the dogs going completely, utterly berserk.
We have talked about that probably 500 times. And I think almost every day on the show that we're talking about Summer, I say, Dawn, Candice, Grandis, that's what we call her. Kevin calls her Grandis Abandis. Mm-hmm. We say this can end today. This can end today. Mm-hmm. If you just
show us where she's at. I mean, I'm sorry. I hate to tell you anyway. Watching this.
Yeah. The thing of it is, the thing that I think everybody has to remember too is Don is controlling this shit show. He's the narcissist. Okay? So, in my opinion, my strategy, whatever torments a narcissist to get a reaction, that's what I'd do.
Yep. Yep. And the only thing that's going to work is exposure, you know, breaking down their lies, showing them how we know they're lying. And, you know, that to me is the best strategy. But again, that's my strategy. I have a full team that this has to go by, and we have to make a decision collectively as a team. And then we have to execute that decision collectively as a team. So even though I may want to go out there and just go completely postal on the bullhorn, you know, our team may decide that that's not the best strategy. But we're going to, you know, bring everything that we need to do our job, despite, you know, which way we're going to go with the strategies that we're going to use. We're going to have, you know, we got to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. That's just the way it goes. So one way or another, we are going to get something out of this, something that's going to be useful and something that hopefully help law enforcement.
Now, are you
I hope you do. I seriously.
Absolutely. Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I hope you get all the answers that we have been trying to dissect for 6 months. I hope that you know, I hope your purpose is fulfilled. I really do. I hope so. And I hope millions of people, I hope this goes viral. And I hope millions of people, for the first time, get to hear Summer's name.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
What I hope.
It's really
we will do our best.
It's really crazy to me still how many people in Tennessee don't know about Summer.
Right.
But no, I mean,
we're going to know now.
Asking for public's help. There's no, you know, no information about the reward. There's nothing. So I'm going to be working before I leave because we're driving. I don't have to worry about checking bags at airports and stuff like that. I'm going to print off signs, and we are going to pepper the area with signs. So people are very aware that Summer Wells needs to be located, and we need any and all information, no matter how small it is, to help find Summer Wells.
Okay. I think it's awesome, personally. And no, we were not doing this to throw shade at what you're doing.
I appreciate it.
We said it when we were live streaming during Gabby Petito. Wouldn't that be awesome if they did that for Summer?
Yep. Yep. Well, we're going down. We're going down there. So we will be there soon.
People are asking how they can support you. Is it on Twitter, Facebook, or how do they?
So they can go to if they're talking about financially supporting this initiative on my Twitter page, which is at American Law 411. All my information is in my bio. Again, that's at American Law 411. 100% of the money that we raise goes to this case. So we haven't raised a whole lot for it. We're going regardless. Our budget's about $700 for this trip. We've raised about $125 toward that goal. But again, like I said, we're going to go one way or another. We've already booked the hotel. If they just want to support us by, you know, helping us with our pages and viewership, again, American Law 411. So that's how they can do that. They can find Olivia's post on my page, as well as Jonathan Rich's, if they want to go and support them as well with viewership. I've just started launching my YouTube page and have covered some of this. So they can go and search there. They can see it. I've got my Bullhorn Betty logo on it, and they'll know that that's the right page. But yeah, we have a Venmo and a Cash App. Again, 100%. We don't pay our light bills or our auto insurance with this money. This goes into the case 100% to help support the initiative and the work that we're doing.
And get Summer's name out there, and hopefully
get Summer's name out there.
Rattle some pages. There's nothing wrong with that. Protest, peaceful protest is your constitutional right.
Yep. And we utilize it. And people have to understand, you know, law enforcement's not allowed to do the stuff that we do. You know, they can't do it because the defense can use it. As a citizen of the United States, I'm allowed to go out there and apply pressure in a lawful manner that doesn't affect the integrity of the case, and that actually helps with law enforcement. Because in the Gabby Petito case, when we were out there, that attorney was having to respond to us each and every day. And he did publicly. That's, you know, he was not getting a response from the laundries or the attorney until we started showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to respond because we're telling the story in those bullhorns. We weren't just out there just ragging on them. We were telling them why they were lying. You know, who goes out and buys burner cell phones and goes camping when a member of your household is missing? Who does that? You know, that was before the phones in the Fort DeSoto were even confirmed. Their attorney confirmed that.
Yep, we had the same discussion on here. And like I said, throughout the entire conversation, I think it was the night you guys were outside, and it's when they said that Brian was missing. And we all said, no, he's hiding. And I mean, almost everybody in chat, a lot of them are here now. And they said, I wish they would do the same thing on Ben Hill Road. Now you guys are on the way.
And now we're on the way. We are going to be there. We will be there. We are supporting Summer Wells. We want to bring some answers to her. I'm going to tell you guys, you know, I know there's a lot of people that are hopeful out there that this is going to be positive. I am just not that confident. I think this is going to be ending very sadly once we find out what all happened. You know, I just have this gut feeling. It's sad. It's sad. And we want to find Summer. We want to find Summer. We want to, you know, once we find Summer, we can't, you know, the police can proceed. We have to find Summer.
I've always said when they find Summer, it's going to be bittersweet. The sweet part is she gets some justice. The bitter part is how you find her.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It's giving me goosebumps thinking about it. But well, I thank you guys so much. And I just want to let you guys know, you guys did show a clip of that crazy neighbor coming around for his 5 minutes of fame. We don't know why he did that. I mean, we went up there and was handing out flyers. We were canvassing the neighborhood, and he saw Jonathan and myself on the camera. And he waited 2 full days and decided to pop out of the woods and just attack Jonathan for no reason. I wanted to let everybody know he has been convicted of his crimes. He is now, he has to go through anger management. He has to be on probation, and he even has to write Jonathan Riches a letter of apology.
Well, you can't threaten to kill someone or beat their ass during a peaceful protest, okay?
And not only that, but you can go up and knock on somebody's door. I mean, it's not unlawful to walk up somebody's driveway and knock on their door. And that was the crux of him being, oh, you were on my property. We were never asked to leave a property. We knocked on your door. You weren't there. We left. You waited 2 solid days, and you come out and attack 2 protests. Now, think about this. We were there protesting against domestic violence, and this guy decided to go crazy and be violent. Like, do you really think, you know, the judge is going to, you know, get your pity story of, oh, they knocked on my door to hand me a flyer as justification for you acting a fool? So hopefully he learned a lesson. Hopefully anger management helps him, but I have a funny feeling it won't.
Yeah, I'd be careful knocking on somebody's door in the holler. That's all I'm saying.
And I don't know if you were in the show from the very beginning, because we started out the show, of course, our usual banter BS back and forth. And we were like, I just hope they're careful.
We're going to be careful. But again, you know, we realize that the work that we do puts ourselves in jeopardy. We're still going to do the work. So, you know, we're just going to have to take the risks and pray everything goes well. But at the end of the day, we're here for answers. We're here for Summer Wells. We put ourselves aside, and it's just, that's what we do. And as many people have seen, that's what we've done in the past. That's what we will continue to do. But our safety right now is not our primary concern. Our primary concern is getting answers for Summer Wells.
Well, do me a favor, stay in touch. Much love to you. Keeping Summer's name out there. Hopefully get some answers, rattle some cages. On the community, on the About tab of our channel, there's an email on there. Send me an email. Keep us updated. And we're going to look at your channel, everyone. And if it's okay, can we stream it when you
guys? You guys are more than welcome to. You know, I don't know if we're going to be able to go live there or anything like that. But, you know, I'll be posting stuff up on my Twitter account at American Law 411. Okay. So like I said, you know, this is an initiative. It does cost us money. You know, we're 100% supported by donors. So if anybody wants to contribute $1, $2, $3, you know, $4 or $5, please do so. We can use, you know, every bit of resources possible to help us in this initiative.
Yep, every little bit.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for doing this. Seriously,
You're welcome.
something needs to be done.
Yep. And we're going out there. So we'll be out there. We just monitor my page. I will go on the about. As soon as I click out of here, I'll go back to the YouTube and send you an email.
Thank you. Hey, good
You're
luck
welcome.
to you. If you need anything, let us know. Thank you for being part of Summer's Army.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Someone said, shouldn't the police be doing some more interviews? Well, I think they're trying. Well, that was great, Kevin. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
A very bad lag, and I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah, that's the problem is somebody will pause and I'll go to say something and yeah, it's the lag. It's because the minute I start talking, somebody else started talking and, vice versa. And I think it is a lag is what's causing it.
It sounded like you were getting frustrated and I felt bad.
No, the only thing was frustrated with is we've been saying these same questions for 6 months almost. The exact same thing that somebody up on that hill knows. In my opinion, they all know. But something, and it gets frustrating because we've been talking about the same thing for a long time.
Yeah, almost 6 months. And it is frustrating. And then when fresh eyes come to the case, they have the exact same feeling we had June 15th.
Right.
Someone on that hill knows. And this woman, she's asking the exact same questions we've been asking. Do you know what I thought to myself today when I was putting the banner up? It says Summer Wells is still missing, 800 TBI find, John Walsh, anonymous tip line, has the number. I've had to change this banner twice in almost 6 months. It went from Summer Wells missing with the TBI phone number to Summer Wells is still missing, and I added John Walsh. Almost 6 months. Same question, same banner. She's missing.
Yeah. In my opinion, John Walsh hasn't done nothing, really. Has he?
Someone's got to call him. If you give him the tip, he'll get to the bottom of it.
Maybe I'm just, like I said, I hope this goes viral. It goes huge. Maybe some people higher up. Maybe this will rattle some cages to where some people do something.
It's a peaceful protest. Everyone is allowed to protest.
Yep.
We're not talking about it's a protest. It's holding up signs for Summer, a little girl, 5 years old.
And the lady was saying she hopes to talk to Candice. Well, good luck. I'm just saying.
Talk to her. I would want to talk to her, but I don't think she's going to.
No. Don is going to be the one. If anything is said, Don's going to be the one doing the talking. Mm-hmm. We all know that already. He's the one that's trying to control all this. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, right?
It's a protest to try to get more exposure for Summer's Army.
I agree with it.
She'll be 6 years old in February. There's answers somewhere in that area, whether it's at the Wells house or somewhere around. She's gone. She's gone. The one
thing I liked what the lady said was just maybe, somebody that hasn't really come forward when this happens, maybe somebody that hasn't even really heard about this case that all of a sudden goes, you know what? I remember this. Hopefully there's that kind of somebody that comes out of the woodwork and gives a big ass clue or a puzzle piece. Mm-hmm. That's what I hope.
Hang on, Benny's in the chat. Benny said he's already on the way. Who, Benny? Benny, they're just doing a protest.
Benny's on the way to Ben Hill Road.
Oh, well.
Well, good luck there, buddy.
Benny, you can't
Have fun.
stop a peaceful protest. It's a constitutional right. I know you're friends with Don and everything, but I mean, it's a protest.
Yeah, good luck, Benny.
It's your constitutional right.
And why wouldn't you want them protesting? If you want Summer found, why are you protecting? They just want some answers.
It needs to be more about Summer than the parents.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's what I want to say. This ain't about Dawn and Candice.
If my child was missing, it wouldn't even be about me. It'd be about my child.
You wouldn't even have a protest.
Benny said,
If
go
your
look at
child-
my call with the police. Benny, if you want to take the link and come up, that's fine.
Oh,
We're all
here we
talking
go.
about Summer here. We're all talking about Summer here. This isn't about defending Dawn and Candice. These people are doing a peaceful protest. A peaceful protest to bring more awareness to a missing little girl named Summer Wells. Nope, he said.
Oh, of course not. Bring it on, buddy. But yeah, this is about Summer. This isn't about poor Dawn and Candice. Okay? This is about a little 5-year-old girl that got gone.
Mhm.
And somebody has the damn answers. And people are just trying to get this girl justice. And all you're doing, Benny, is standing in the way of it.
You can't
You know?
stop a protest. Neither can Hawkins County. Neither can the
No.
TBI. It's a protest. If I want to do a protest right now, whether it's about gas prices or something going on at the courthouse, I can do it. No one can stop me. It's my freedom of speech.
And I'd like to know what you're...
Benny,
I'd like to know what
I
is...
want to know how you're going to stop a peaceful protest.
Yeah, what's your strategy? How are you going to stop it, Benny? You. How are you going to make a big difference? Okay. I'm all for getting Summer's name out there. So that's what this is about. This isn't about the shit show.
Oh, it's all about the shit show. That's the reason people tune in every day.
Yeah, I know.
It's
But the
sad.
real reason it should be about Summer.
It's about Summer Wells, who has been missing almost 6 months.
Right.
Almost 6 months. Dylan's backstage, and he wants to come up. He actually wrote a song for Summer, but we're not gonna put the song on now. Hi, Dylan.
So,
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. Been productive the past few days.
Awesome.
Good.
What do you think about this protest that's going to be going on? I mean, now Andra said that's not the dates, the 7th through the 9th. She's not going to give the dates. So
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't give it either. I think that's a smart strategy, in my opinion.
I mean, I'm all for the protest. I think it's going to give us more of a chance of actually getting to the bottom of this case and finding out what actually happened this summer.
Yep. Why not? You know.
it's a protest. They're not. I mean, they're. I don't know. I'm worried that there's going to be issues.
So
You know. But I mean, we heard Andra saying that they're going to be safe. They're prepared. I mean, they were outside of Brian Laundrie's house for weeks.
What Kevin said about the haulers and all that, he is 100% on point, because I live close, or I've been to some haulers down here in Alabama, and he is very on point. Of course, in different states they're not the same, but he is pretty much on point with what he said about the haulers.
I grew up in them. I know. Them people don't play. They don't play around, you know. And I just hope this doesn't get real ugly, you know, because that's not helping Summer either. Because then it will turn into another shit show. about if it gets really ugly. But, I'm just going to have faith in it's a peaceful protest and nobody gets hurt and Summer's name gets more exposed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we lost Kevin.
What he said about Dawn running this is 100% right, because Dawn is the only one who's really been doing all the talking. Candice really hasn't said anything. Really.
And when she does, she changes her story, or she talks over herself, or she
Yeah.
just goes,
I haven't heard all of the stories
had
that she's been
nothing
saying.
to do with the disappearance of your daughter. Woo! I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing that stays the same is she keeps saying at the end of each one of her stories that keep changing that she hasn't had anything to do with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, she keeps that going, but the rest of it is always, I mean, as far as specific facts, those seem to change quite a bit. I'm going to text Kevin real quick and see what happened. I don't want him to think like he got kicked out or something. But we lost you, my friend.
One thing that throws me off is one story is the boys were inside watching TV and they told Candice that Summer went down in the playroom to play with the toys. And then there's another story that says they were outside the whole time playing hide and seek.
Oh, honey, that's only a couple stories. There's
I
been
know,
so
like,
many stories. It's crazy. My friend Everyday Shenanigans. Hello, how are you, girl?
Hi, how are you? Hello, Dylan. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good, honey. What you know good, Miss Brooks?
Not much. Just that they're going to start protesting outside the Wells house. I just hope they're
Okay.
careful because it is your
I was listening.
constitutional right to
I had some
protest.
maintenance work going on at the time while you all were talking, and I was listening at the time. Yes, it's a very interesting commentary.
Yeah.
Why now? I just want to know why now.
Earlier in the show, I was saying that the people that have gotten involved, they were protesting outside of the laundry home. And people were blowing up their Twitters saying, and on this show too, they were saying, I wish somebody would do that for Summer Wells. Now they've heard about the case. They've been looking at the case, researching the case. And so they're going to do a protest outside of their home. They didn't know about it before.
Well,
if they were in the community, but why is no one in the community? They have not.
And that's the question. And that's the question that many people should really be concerned with, because those people live there around Summer. So ask yourself why the community, neighboring counties, have not protested.
Oh, I want to know too. Either it's I'm going to mind my own business. I've got my own problems at home. I've got my own dirty dealings that I don't want exposed. I'm scared to go down there. There's a multitude of reasons.
Or they could know that how dangerous this could be.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous. Tiffany said because it's dangerous. That's why I was telling Andrew when she was up here. I said, it's gonna be, just be careful. But she said they're not seeing any problems, but they haven't talked to Ronnie Lawson.
You haven't even been there yet.
Nope.
You got to get there. You got to get there first.
Yep. Allegedly said the hills have eyes and bullets. Yeah. Yeah.
You know me by now, because you probably used to my commentary. Kevin's using my commentary, and some people in the chat that follow my content. I'm a realist, and I deal with what I see every day. And from personal experience, I'm going to say it one more time. Why now?
Well, if you're talking about Andra and Jonathan, they don't live there. They're not from there.
Oh, I heard. I told you I was listening.
Okay, they're not. They just heard about the case recently, so they didn't know before. And this is, and they go.
So I'm going to say it. So I'm still going to say it one more time. Why now?
Well, why not now? Is it ever too late?
Just asking. Well,
because if you didn't know before, you couldn't have done it before. You know now,
true.
so now you're
This
doing
is true. But
if you didn't know, if you had
but
never
you see
heard
the
of
end
Summer
result.
Wells,
But look at the end result of the laundry situation.
yeah, exactly.
That's a hot mess.
Yeah, if they didn't know, they didn't know. I want to know why people in the community, you know, because like when we were covering Gabby Petito, everybody in chat was blowing up saying, I wish they would do this for summer. I wish they would do this for summer. And now people are going to do it for summer, and we can see people in chat are throwing all kinds of shade at giving exposure to summer. It's like it's never too late.
I don't really want to say it on the live.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to. No, I'm not going to. I just, maybe you're not understanding, because I don't want to have to say it. I don't think it's that they're throwing shade. That's not what they're doing. That's why I keep asking the question, so you can catch on. It's not about summer. It's not about summer.
Unfortunately, and I'm not talking about the people going to protest.
Yes, in general. You'll speak in general.
I'm speaking in general right now. I'm not talking about other creators, people that follow the case. Have we been following summer or following the antics of the family?
And that's my point, is that nothing has been about summer. And as I said, I'm a realist, that my viewpoint and what I see and hear, you may not hear and see. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why we all have our own perceptions of a storyline and what people are bringing. I listen to things very well. That's something my father told me, that sometimes it's best to be quiet, let people talk. Kind of like on my show last night. I give you enough rope to hang yourself.
Yeah, talk all you want. Talk all you want.
Right.
But I think,
but see, there's something in the talking. See, sometimes we listen to people, but we don't really hear them.
You know why? Because people, instead of listening, they're thinking about what they're going to say next. Yep, Katie, you're right. Our channel is about summer. We're talking about the case, the facts.
My thing about the Summer Wells case and many other cases, the laundry's all the same to me, is that I don't see good intentions with many people in the storyline. That's including the people involved with the people, related to the people jumping in at dark 30 hour. You see what I'm saying? That's just who I am, because I'm a realist. And I can say that from what I've seen. And her case is a prime example of people just latching on, jumping in. And at the end, it starts out, because I saw with Cal City, everybody was rallying for this one, that one. And before you know it, everybody was falling out, talking bad about each other, making videos about each other. Now you see where I'm going?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, like, look at the Chris Watts case. Was it ever about the victims? No, they were tied up
never about the victims.
In the shit show. In the shit show. And that's why
that's where I have the problem, is that it has nothing to do with somebody rallying for summer. My thing is, it's just late in the game, and that's just my opinion. It's just late. I'm not saying nobody should or shouldn't go. You can do whatever you want to do. But I'm saying something's wrong in general, that nobody was out there asking questions or picketing, however you want to word it, for the little girl, wherever you came from, whether you came from New York or you came from Kingsport or Rogersville. You have to ask yourself, that's very strange that with all the social media hype and YouTube videos, nobody stood out there with a sign for this child.
Yep.
You have to say that something is wrong with that picture.
It's sad. You know how many people just today in chat said, I've been wanting to do this for months, but I wasn't about to go alone because it's dangerous and I was scared.
Yeah, well, because you're in the back of nowhere where it's not like in the city or a town where you got stoplights, stop signs, gas station. People can visibly see you standing out there. See, back there, it's nothing but trees and grass.
Not only that, it's also the South.
Yeah, well, I mean, but I'm just saying there's nothing back there. There's no cavalry if something jumps off.
Exactly. Do you even know if you're going to get a cell phone signal?
See, exactly. So do you remember that lie was spun in the beginning with the dispatch call about cell phone usage? So that's why I say to people, you're not thinking. They've already told us that in the beginning when the searchers went out there. They had to use special equipment just so they could radio the other guys.
They had to put up special towers.
That's what I'm saying.
The search and rescue
that's why I'm saying ain't nobody listening.
And that's why I said in the very beginning of the show, you have to be careful. I mean, if they have to go to town and get supplies, it's a ways away.
Okay. Okay.
It's a ways away.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I am never, ever, ever going to tell anyone not to organize a peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Be part of a peaceful protest. It's your constitutional right.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, I think it should have been done a long time ago.
That's where I have the problem. It's that it's a long time ago. And my thing is, it's a flip side to everything. There's pros to going out there. There's cons to going out there. And the con would be, one, if the intentions aren't genuine. Two, you get yourself in a nasty situation where you can't get your ass out of there. Something jumps off because you don't know who else is going to come and they're not going to play nice. Then what are you going to do?
I hope there's enough people there because there's strength in numbers that nothing will happen. Now, if it's just 2 or 3 people out there, I'm gonna be a little worried.
Yeah, I wouldn't do.
No one else in this situation needs to get gone. It's been too much. It's too nerve-wracking.
Yeah. And another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and say it since I'm up here. Who's gonna get Candy to talk? What book of life did somebody think she's gonna talk to somebody standing at the edge of the driveway with a sign?
Driveway, they're out in the middle of the road, way at the bottom of the hill. She's not coming out.
Understand what I'm saying? But that's my point.
Sat on Dr. Phil. She couldn't say shit if she had a mouth full of it.
That's my
just
point.
Sat there nodding her head, nodding her head, nodding her head.
You made a valid point by saying Don has been the mouthpiece, which we already know that. So if Don has been the mouthpiece and he allegedly was not there, and Candy has talked to people in Messenger, the panel walked off, Dr. Phil walked off, what are you going to do with a sign that's going to make Candy Bly-Wells speak to you and talk to you? How she reacts behind closed doors as far as seeing you out there and hearing you out there, that's one thing. You're not going to know that unless she calls somebody and tells them, hey, I'm upset that these people are out here hollering and screaming. They have no right to be out there. But she is never going to come down that road or to the door directly and owe you an explanation about Summer Wells. She's not.
No, she's not going to talk to anybody, or she would have already. Her daughter is missing. She should be talking all the time. That's all she should be talking about. That's all she should be talking about. She's not going to. So I don't want them to have like false hope thinking that she's going to come down and tell them what happened.
Well, see, that's what I was saying when I was listening to the person speaking just now. I was thinking, Candy isn't talking to anybody. Well, why are you think you're going to show up and she's going to talk to you? What is about you that you think you're going to get this woman to speak to you about what?
Also, Candice hasn't said anything about Summer, so why would she open up now?
Thank you. And that's how I feel. I didn't really want to get into all that up here, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want people thinking I'm coming off a certain type of way. But as I tell people, I'm a realist. I deal with real people, real emotions, real situations. It's 5 months in. There's a lot of deception, yes, on both parts. So once again, all this talking and Dr. Phil, behavior panel, Chris Madonna, Pookie Ray Ray in the Messenger, it's gotten you where exactly? Just listening to more versions, more add-ons. See what I'm saying? But nowhere near the truth of where
let's talk in more action.
Yes. You still don't even know where Summer is. All the people that they've talked to, you ain't got nothing. The search is over. We're dumbfounded at this point. Like, wow, okay, here we go. 2 days and now they're gone. Okay, where are we now?
I support the protest fully. I do.
I understand. I hear you.
I support it. I don't want them to have a false hope that Candice is going to come down and talk to them. Now,
see, that's why I'm asking. What is the motivation?
Don't be surprised if old Dawn doesn't come down the driveway and makes a spectacle.
Okay, that's what I'm
likes
saying.
To be in the middle of the circle.
He does. He likes chaos.
He's the ring leader. He's the
he's chaotic. He's chaotic. He's chaotic. And that's what I'm saying. What is the motivation for going out there? I heard the words protesting, but I'm asking, what is the motivation? Because it can't be to ask Candy something.
No, she said it's to bring awareness to summer. And I said,
Okay,
I fully
got that.
support that.
I
Because
got
like
that.
you said in our chat, and people contacted them directly saying, can you do
Okay.
this for Summer Wells?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard all of that. But I ain't gonna say that.
Well, like I've been saying, they're not gonna. Candice and Dawn are not gonna say anything that's even relatably close to the truth until they have lost hope that
Yes.
to where they can't even lie anymore.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, 6 months in, Candice has not broken. I'm reading a comment. It's a battle of the wills. They have
Yes.
everything to lose by breaking. These protesters are wading into a different atmosphere than the Gabby Petito case. Exactly.
Yes.
And exactly right there allegedly said Angie's keeping it real. Yep, keep it real. That's why we love having our friend Everyday Shenanigans up.
I'm telling you.
It's a daunting situation. And I'm telling you, it's easy to say one thing and it's not to be nasty, but like I said, I'm a realist. It may not turn out to the benefit of these people. That's what I'm saying. It may go terribly, terribly wrong. Because you don't have no idea what you're dealing with back there, because it's obvious. Just from listening to that one young guy speaking on the news, I listened to him very carefully when he was talking. Huh?
You got to be careful.
That young guy, Kevin, you up there? So I didn't look to see that Kevin was here. That young guy was speaking about how the people rallied together, this and that. But the first thing I thought was, you're saying you all searched. I don't know if any other searches going on. Maybe they did. But the thing is, you're saying we stick together back here. We're united back here. We've searched for her back here. Like you all weren't paying attention or looking. You don't know that we were back here searching. But yet, you don't have anybody out there standing protesting. So I didn't really understand where he was coming from. And it wasn't to be rude, but I didn't understand where he was coming from. We're united back here. Yeah, but you're the same people who haven't protested for the little girl. So you're out there searching. You don't think to say, hey, let's stand out here, let's get some signs. Let's go a little hard on these people because we need answers. Something's not adding up.
Nothing's adding up in this case because there's a 5-year-old little girl that vanished. Kids don't walk away. They don't say, I'm going to town to get a pack of cigarettes, see you later, and never come back. Someone physically put her somewhere. And nothing, no story makes sense. No story adds up. There's no evidence. Nothing. Haven't even found as much of a tennis shoe. Haven't found a shirt.
I mean, that would be nice. If you could at least find the clothes, that would be something.
Yeah, the clothes.
You could find her jacket or pants.
That would give us a lead on where she could possibly be.
Yeah. Yeah, because naturally, if you found her clothes, more than likely her remains would be with the clothes if she's indeed deceased.
Yeah.
Or at least give a general area. I mean, finding her body would sew this up real quickly. Real quickly. But it's going to be interesting when they do the protest. I fully support awareness for summer, rattling cages, getting people maybe to say something. And I don't mean something on YouTube. I mean something that the local media, the mainstream media will cover.
Okay.
We lost Kevin again. I swear to God, this gets like, you know that game, Where's Waldo? Where's Kevin?
Yes.
Where's Kevin? Yeah, it's very, very sad. So,
well, if they find Summer's body, when they do an autopsy, like, finding somebody's is the first part, finding out what happened in the second part. They find her body, they do an autopsy, they'll more than likely find out exactly what happened to her.
And then the next part is putting someone with the remains. And that's where your problem's going to come in.
Yeah.
Well, look at
if
this.
You don't have any digital evidence to link you to that location where the body's found.
Her all day. Who was with her all day? Her mama.
Yeah, but
her mama.
the premise is, I told you somebody took that kid. So therefore, even if you found remains right now, you have now got to put who you think is the perpetrators with those remains at that location. See what I'm saying?
Well, this way I see it, like, okay, once they find her body and, you know, do the whole process with that, what reason does Candice and Dawn or anybody that is involved in this case, what reason do they have to lie now? It's
you're gonna lie still because you're not trying to get incarcerated for one. You're gonna still lie because they're gonna say the same thing what they're saying now. I don't know nothing about this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I ain't in this. I told you somebody came and took my child. Okay, you found her. Well, then go look for him, her. They put her over there.
They're going to lie all the way through their appeals. Mm-hmm. They're never going to say what happened. If they had any kind of crisis of conscience, mm-hmm. this would have been over with in June. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't be sitting here a few weeks from Christmas,
and you know what?
A few weeks from Christmas, still looking at the same damn banner on
there's
my
people who
channel.
will confess.
Summer Wells is missing.
Let's go there. Let's talk about that because I brought you that story yesterday about the little black girl down in Georgia who her mother and girlfriend killed her. They confessed. Now, mind you, the body had not been found, I don't think yet. So they were spinning the story. This is what the detective said. They were spinning the story, and he said his partner said something about the story didn't sound right. Well, luckily for them, whatever they said to those ladies in interrogation got one to fold and say, okay, I'm going to tell you where she hit my baby. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you where she hit my baby. So see, that situation is similar to this. I go and tell you my child's missing. I start talking to you. I start investigating. I'm going around the hotel talking to whoever's there. Hey, let me see the surveillance camera. Let me look at this. Hey, give me your cell phones. Cell phones told the story. These stupid ass women got videos of them beating the kids.
Wow.
So hell yeah, I'm looking at you some type of way like, wait a minute. You're beating your kids and you filmed it? Now I'm going to ask you one more time. Where's your little girl? Okay, I'll tell you. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
Same thing. They know, ain't no telling what questions they've asked those two. They didn't fold. They could have easily said, okay, you got me. This is where Summer is, but they didn't.
No, and they're not going to. They're not going to. They complained about helicopters over their house. Do you know how many?
Because I don't want you looking down there.
How many people? Let's look at Michael Vaughn. His mother would love to have this attention. She would love to have these search efforts. She would love it. Love it. TBI, FBI, extensive searches.
I wish they do that. I wish what they doing now, I wish they do that for our friend Chad Carr. He's an adult, but he was out in the same type of demographic out there in Clinton, Tennessee. And to this day, there's nothing about a grown-ass man at a halfway house missing. And I think anybody can use their right sense to say, those people in that house killed that boy and dumped him back there somewhere. And like I told the fans, when I went back in there looking and got myself lost, it was the scariest feeling ever to be back up there in those woods on a one-lane road with no way to get out, but traveling the road one way in. It's like a one-way in. You understand what I'm saying? If a car was to come down the other side, Angela would have had to just go off the side of the road and tear a car up. Mm-hmm. Because it was, and I was like, where's the line in the road? Where's the line? First thing came to me is, they dumped this boy back in here somewhere.
Wow.
And then I started thinking about Summer, because shortly after his case came Summer's case. And it always came back to me. The time I went back there to go look at the house, sit and look at the house, just try to get an understanding of what went on with Chad that night. And once I started talking about Summer, all that came rushing back to me is that these people really don't have any idea what it's like living here in East Tennessee. You have no idea. Summer could be right there in front of you. You wouldn't even know at this point because the remains would have been dissolved. It's scary as hell back up there in those woods.
It is scary, and that's why I was telling Andra, and I started the show with it. I said, East Tennessee, where you're going, I didn't even know she was in here. Okay, guys, that was not planned. I said, it's not South Florida in a nice
it's flat in Florida.
Florida's in a nice neighborhood with an HOA. But she said they're going to be safe. She said they're going to be safe. And they have the right to protest. A lot of people are saying they shouldn't be there. They shouldn't do that. They have the right to protest. No, nobody on the Supreme Court is going to ratify the Constitution so that Dawn and Candice are not bothered that day. Not going to happen.
I agree with what you're saying. Like, they do have the right to protest, but what people are saying about it not being safe, even though they can be safe, but for the whole peaceful protest to be safe, that means everybody has to be on the same page.
Exactly.
And depending on how many people are there, like if there's several, like 100 people or more, then there's going to be some people that are not on the same page.
Exactly.
Well, they're going to have to organize it. I've never organized a protest, and I'm just telling you right now, I just hope it's more than 2 or 3 people. That's all I'm going to say.
There's no way in my right mind I would even think of being back in there with 2 or 3 people.
No way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If there's 2 or 3 people, is it even worth it at that point? Like, is it even worth protesting if there's only 2 or 3 people there?
Everything's worth it if it's for a missing little girl. But they're going to have some law enforcement or someone there, because I don't even think they're going to get a cell phone. I don't know where they live.
The same people that didn't want people searching at some point. Remember that?
Plan they have or anything.
Because we got to remember, Hawkins County at one point, it was some type of disagreement with them wanting people to help search, which I thought was very suspicious. Very suspicious. I felt like they just wanted the credit for finding Summer. They didn't want any outsiders coming in to help. You understand what I'm saying? My
question has always been, no, you're exactly right. Yeah, I thought that was odd too. And I mentioned that very early on. I said, they don't want anybody else searching with them. I've mentioned several other cases that are ongoing. And we talked about Ryan Rogers yesterday, where law enforcement themselves put a reward up. TBI does put up rewards. They've got rewards up for other cases now. Hawkins County, I don't think they've ever had a case where they had to put a reward up. Law enforcement has never put a reward up here. And I wonder why. Is it because they're just waiting to seal it up and they know it's on that hill? Because if it's an abductor or a friend of the family, you would think that they would need more information.
I always tell people to pay attention to the obvious. As I said, Tennessee is a long state. They had outside counties coming in, such Granger County, other places, northern counties. Always ask yourself the obvious. You didn't search in Rogersville. You didn't search in Kingsport. You didn't search near the swimming hole. See where I'm going?
Well, they have a very centralized search, because I think they got back some preliminary data.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with this. You could search all these different places thoroughly, only because they were going so many different places on that said day. So you got the swimming hole, you've got this pharmacy, you've got the hospital, you've got over there where H-Live, just so many just so many different places that I could be searching thoroughly. So what we have to ask ourselves,
there's also still the question, did Summer even make it back to the house that day?
Right, and that's my point. And that's exactly what I'm taking is. So all these little places that they stopped along the way, did you thoroughly search all these little areas? Because you're talking about a lot of places here, there. Was there centralized searching of all these locations? Because the little girl was moving around that day. Why now you are back over there? What they've already said, we've been here before, but because of the terrain, we waited till the season change, which I get that, to go back around the house just to check. I believe there's a reason for that. I believe that.
Yeah, they hadn't searched all the places that were even mentioned in the thousands of different stories Candice has told.
Yeah, because you're talking about a lot of places that little girl touched down on that morning. So I would think, I'm going to search over here. I'm going to check dumpsters. I'm going to check the landfill. I find it strange that a child is missing. Everybody knows it's easier to dispose of a child than a grown-up because she's smaller. You have never said you check the landfill. That's the first damn place you check. It's the landfill.
But they're not going to tell us exactly where they search. They're not going to tell us their game plan.
No, but what I'm saying is most people will check a landfill, though, Brooks.
Oh, I would think so, too. I would think so too.
And that's not really a secret to say I'm going to check the landfill, because if I dump her,
She's a
if I dump her
tiny
in a
little
tub,
thing.
I'm going to go to the landfill to see the people that the truck that picks up in that area, because naturally when you're back in that area, you got to pay for your trash, you know, to be picked up. So I'm going to go and check the nearest landfill and see something, because everybody knows that's the perfect place to dump a kid, is in a dumpster. You put them in a tub, a bag, and you dump them out in the dumpster. A lot of people have been found in the landfill.
Yep.
So I definitely would have checked there first.
All we know is what we've seen on WJHL and the news out of Knoxville, and they're like, we're searching the local area. They've never said exactly where they're searching.
Yes.
And I think that's a very smart move, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the person that hid her, think about this.
I know where you're going.
They could have moved her. She could have already been moved 100 times in the last 6 months.
That's true.
I still think it's very suspect the night that Don got his DUI and he drove 16 miles for a pack of cigarettes. How do we know he didn't get spooked that night? Because Chris McDonough was on the show he was on, and he went to move Summer or check on Summer.
Yeah. So you went to move a dead body drunk.
We don't know. I mean, and I'm just throwing that out there.
I understand what you're saying.
It's nothing but speculation.
I understand what you're saying. But you know me, I just figured he went far out because he didn't want nobody to recognize him.
Oh, hell, he's proud. He's proud of his face. He's proud of his notoriety. But I see what you're saying. I totally do.
Yeah, I don't want you going back repeating stuff what I bought and this and that.
Oh, cigarettes are the least of his worry. Buying those, that's the least of his worry. You know what I mean, my friend.
So let me ask you this. So do you believe that the child was dumped near the house?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think she's somewhere in that area.
So do you also believe that she made it to the house or she didn't make it to the house?
I'm back and forth on that. I think at first I thought that they went home and Candice went into one of her rages and something happened.
Okay.
But I've been reading like different, a lot of new people are coming to the case. So they got fresh eyes on it. And a lady put up a very intriguing theory one day. And she was talking about how Candice is the one that hikes, knows the caves. She's like a rock collector and stuff, and that something happened after they dropped off Hunter at Allie's, because remember, Candice said that
that's what was told to me.
But Allie said no, she was asleep. And did they leave her in the car and she overheated and they don't want to tell Dawn? Did Candice have a rage and something happened? And Granda said, I know where to put her. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
She was dumped after that. I thought she was dumped. My thinking was that she was dumped after the running around Kingsport area.
That's what I was going to say. I think something happened this summer from between dropping Hunter off and going back to the house. Something happened between that time period of summer, because a lot of people with that picture that came up, a lot of people were saying it didn't look like Summer was alive. That she didn't look lively.
I'm gonna tell you this: if I realized that my child was dead in a car, and I knew that, hey, these people are gonna come down on me because of my past, this and that, I'm not getting ready to take her back to the house and dump her back there. I'm not gonna take her back there. There's no way I'd take her back there. I'm not saying she couldn't be dumped there, but I'm just saying I wouldn't take her back there.
But here's the thing: you're missing your child. Who cares about my damn past? Who cares about my reputation? Who cares about me? Find my child. They have not been cooperative since day one. You're not going to change your mind on that. Luca just said the vapes, alcohol, pain meds, water, bad stars, neglect, sexual abuse, lurker, H. They were all parts of the plan. This was put together. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Something was planned that day. Whether Dawn knew or not, I don't know. I have no idea.
It could be just the age-old thing. Summer's in the way. She's my youngest. She's a problem. She's rambunctious. I can't make any moves with this kid. I got to take her everywhere. Because another thing you need to also remember, if we're going to believe whatever's transpired on that day is the truth coming out of her mouth, you also have to use the obvious. That's why I keep telling everybody, everything you need to know has already been told to you. She left 3 boys alone for a reason. Why didn't she leave the smallest child with her? See, this is why I keep telling everybody. Candice already told you the story. Think about that. That's a
You're
matter
exactly
of fact.
right.
That's more
She has
pivotal
told
than
the
anything.
story. She has told the story. And also think about this. Why that day did she have to take Summer with her when the oldest brother has watched Summer many times unsupervised?
So me sitting here thinking about it now. So you always think of something that you miss. This is very important. You have left your children alone probably a lot of damn times. You got 3 boys unattended. God knows they could have burnt that little shed down. You understand what I'm saying? Anything could have happened with the boys alone. See, that's number 1. 2, you could have left that little girl there. Why wake her up to run her around? You already got other kids unattended. You don't give a damn about your kids any damn way. But you took the girl. And then you took the girl who ends up missing right after your watch with her. It's so self-evident. That's why I don't even know why people bicker back and forth about Summer abductor. The woman just spun you the web. I leave my kids alone all the damn time. What would have been one more left with the 3?
Exactly, especially when the one she was talking about, she said normally sleeps till about 11 in the morning. You could have taken Grandma to the doctor. Not that you were ever the caring daughter before.
And
Grandma can drive herself.
And been back.
And then been back before she woke up. I got to address a comment real quick. Okay. Melody, I've never seen you in here before. These folks don't owe any of us anything. This is the issue I have with all of this. Nobody actually has any proof of who did what to whom. Let the law enforcement do the job they're getting paid to do. Then why are you here? We're discussing a case. If you want to wait till the trial's over, then just
you don't owe no explanation.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing in here?
You don't owe her no explanation.
We're discussing a missing little girl.
Another naysayer. Yeah. I can think how I want to think. Long as the news, let me tell you something. This is what I tell people. So long as your ass go out here and you get in trouble with the law and your name gets on the fucking news, that's on you. So if you don't want me talking about you, then stay your ass out the news. That's how I feel. Stay your ass out the news. Stay your ass off of YouTube. See, people kill me with that. You go out here and you do frivolous stuff every day, then you get mad. I don't want you talking about that. You shouldn't be talking about that. How you know I'm talking about it unless you right there in the mix with me?
Yeah, you're sitting right there commenting on my damn channel.
Sounds stupid.
If you have a problem, wait till the trial and everything's over. Then you can read about it in the news.
If you don't want to talk about it, then leave.
Just say you believe Candy and her husband didn't do anything, because basically that's what you're saying. For you to say you all don't need to be doing this, you don't need to be, then you should go somewhere and watch Days of Our Lives. It's 2 o'clock. There's a soap opera on.
Let law enforcement do their job. They're doing their job. I'm not the one calling them 50 times a day like other people. You're here. You're in my living room. You're in my living room, and you want to preach
crystal
to me?
balls, with
Get
your
out
crystal
of here.
balls and your intuitions and all that stuff, tying up the damn TBI lines and the police lines. Like I tell everybody, this is not a joke. This is a kid that's missing. This is a child that's missing. Wasting these people's resources. That's a small town. And that's like I've told people, you people really don't understand. This is not a damn game. Calling these people lines, tying up the lines. You don't know how many people they've got working the tip lines for Summer, for other missing children and other people. These people are doing this for out the kindness of their heart. They're not getting paid to answer the phone and write down all this damn information of hocus pocus stuff. And the crystal ball told me this. And I saw her over here. She was playing on my porch with my cat. Man, get real. That kid is possibly dead. This is not a game.
Oh, that child is dead. That child is dead.
It's not a game.
Yeah, almost 6 months. The chances of her being alive are slim to none.
Very exactly.
48 hours is slim to none. Okay, slim to none.
They have a protocol for missing people. Period. The first 3 hours are pivotal to survival. The first 3 hours.
One other thing I want to talk about. Why did it take? Okay, from the timeline that we were told that someone went missing to the timeline of when 911 was called, why did it take possibly 6 hours for 911 to be notified?
See, that's another thing. You really don't even know what time that woman got home. You don't really know what time she got home, because in the end, it's always her version. So she could tell you anything when she's done that. So you don't even really know what time her foot set soil at 110 Ben Hill Road. You
Well,
don't know.
that's all we really have to go off of, though. Like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But who's to say she was missing 2 hours, 3 hours? I don't know. I just know
like,
something hanky-panky.
this whole case has just been nothing but theories and tips that we have to go off of.
Exactly.
Well,
Because
either she came home without Summer or something happened when she got home, but she called Dawn to tell Dawn that Summer was missing. Why you got to call Dawn? You should have called 911, then called Dawn. Dawn said call 911 according to them.
And see, there's discrepancy, and there's discrepancy with that too. The two people calling 911 is very strange because this woman stays on social media. So you got to ask yourself now, you ain't got service for this and that. Something is very off with that.
Like, if I had a child, my child went missing, the first thing that would have crossed my mind would have been to notify the PD. And then notify my relatives. I would call the police first, then notify either the mother or the other person who was been helping me take care of my child.
And the posting of that picture at 6:09.
Dylan, you have nothing to hide. Dylan, you have nothing to hide. That's the difference. We're not talking about normal people. We're talking about people covering up something
and that's
bad,
exactly what I think.
Something bad.
And posting that picture at 6:09. That's some very heavy information. My child is missing. And at 6:09 or 6 something after 6 o'clock, there's a picture posted of Summer to what was it? TikTok or Facebook? You know what I'm talking about? Facebook.
The picture's posted.
Okay, so now you want me to believe what? That's an old picture. What are you doing? 6:09, 6:30. I'm now calling law enforcement. So you can subtract 6:09, 6:30.
Well, I was told. Well, from what I heard, the time period is 3:06 to 6:09. That was the time period of when they got home to when the PD was called.
No. I don't know what time they got home. 911 was called around 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Something pivotal went on after 6 o'clock because you're posting a picture at 6:09, somewhere in there, don't quote me. And then you're now putting a call in the law enforcement at 6:30. So what happened between the time you posted the picture to 6:30? Because you got to remember something else that law enforcement told us. The picture that you were seeing at first, that's not how she looked. The real picture allegedly of Summer is with a buzzed head. The picture that was posted to TikTok, Facebook, she has hair.
Well, my thing is, that's the reason I got mad on my very first show about Summer, because I said the Amber Alert makes no sense. She doesn't look like that.
Right.
She doesn't have.
They had to take it back. They had to take it back. Exactly.
Yeah, but that is the picture they provided. I got to address the comment real quick.
Okay.
Deanna, Candice may not talk, but at least the protesters can try. Why throw shade on a good cause? We're not.
Yeah, we're not throwing shade on the protesters. We're just saying.
Let me talk. Deanna, I'm not throwing shade on the protesters. I've said it over and over and over. I said, welcome to Summer's Army. You're doing a good thing. It's more exposure for Summer. So no. You must have misunderstood something. No.
Yeah, we back the protest 100%. In my opinion.
Welcome back, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin. How are you, dear? I've been looking for you. Where have you been?
Oh, my son had an issue at school and we had to deal with. But anyway, I hope that protest goes viral, in my opinion. But I would love to see tons of people that haven't even heard about Summer get a little bit of a glimpse into what's going on.
Yeah, but hopefully this protest.
The only thing is, as far as I'm concerned, getting Don and Candice to talk, well, good luck.
Well, see, that's where I have the problem, because I'm sure maybe that's what the comment might be directed to me. That's why I said, what is the real motivation of the protest? Because it can't be about those two, because those two are obsolete. They ain't getting ready to tell you nothing but some more junk.
I think the only information we're going to get that is even remotely worth really looking at is going to be when CPS gives us statements from the boys. That's going to be what's going to really boost this case more to getting solved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think they can release something.
Think that they honestly believe that Don and Candice are going to march down the driveway and confess.
Yeah.
Well, why would they?
Someone please block Melody. I just do not have the effort right now. Yeah. Melody, your welcome here is worn out. I already called you out once, and you know, and you're crazy. You're crazy.
What'd she say?
Melody, you people can scream all day, cuss me all you want, still don't make any of it right. You just trying to make money off her and this family. Oh boy.
What?
Well, since I've been making money off of her, where is the fuck my Mercedes then? Because I need a damn Mercedes Benz parked outside.
Shit, I ain't made a dime on this case, Melody.
And I want 6,000. Yeah, look, let me tell you about this greedy heifer here. Yeah, I want 6,000 square feet. I want to wrap around drive in the front of my house so I don't got to go to the garage to go through, carry groceries to my damn kitchen. I go through the front door if I want to. Matter of fact, I want it one level because I got arthritis in my damn knee. I don't want to climb no damn stairs. I want a sunken living room. Are you listening to that, Melody?
Melody, pitch in.
The only money,
come on.
The only money I'm getting is from my job.
Bye, Melody.
I ain't taking a dime. Never will, never have.
I think we all have our own paychecks.
You couldn't pay me if you wanted to pay me to this case. I still do it without paying. That's exactly what I'm doing.
And please, Melody, don't forget about the Mercedes and the sunken living room that my friend Angela wants. Please.
Yeah, I want all of that. I deserve every bit of that 6,000 square foot plush lawn wraparound driveway. Yes, I do.
Celeste said, hey there, Melody. So we aren't going to talk about the money the Wells have taken in for the house and other shit. Let's get real.
Ting, 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 ting.
Comment of the day, Celeste. Everyone, round of applause. I want to hear it. Yep.
What about me? Let's go back to Dr. Phil since Melody knows so damn much. What about me?
There's no helping me.
What about me?
There's no helping me. This isn't helping me.
Yeah.
Exactly, Jenny. YouTubers are trying to be the village to find a missing child. We're not going to find her. We're not going to solve the case. We're talking about it and keeping her name out there.
The only thing we're doing is keeping this case from going cold.
Listen, YouTube, social media, Facebook is not the news. The news can't give their public opinion. You think the news guy can sit up there and tell you what he really thinks about this case, that case? No, they're not allowed to give their opinion. They're allowed to read the script of what happened in Tokyo, Japan, over here, over there, and then back to you, Bob. You see what I'm saying? Social media, you can vent, say what you got to say. Hey, this is what I think about this. A person doesn't have to agree. They don't have to like it, but it's your opinion. The news cannot give their opinion when they give a storyline. They just read you the said information, and then they hand the baton over to the next person to deliver their portion of the news. That's the difference.
You can bet your ass. You can bet your ass Dr. Phil didn't believe him in real.
Dr. Phil is, like I've been saying, Dr. Phil was sugarcoating it until he can get the information he needs, and then he's going to grill him.
He can't.
I hope you don't invite him back.
They would just.
I hope you don't invite him back. Just don't invite him back.
Yeah.
Just don't invite him back.
See, and that's another back and forth that people have. They're like, maybe people ought to just quit talking about it altogether. My thing is, talk about the damn case, not about the parents. Talk about the parents, obviously, is what happened June 15th. Leave the rest of the stuff alone. Leave the rest of it alone.
We have to take the parents in consideration. Well, because that is her parents, and of course they have some information on her, but that's all we really need to focus on as to why the parents are involved. Nothing else really matters. We have to bring them into consideration to even have some sort of because we were saying, Candice was with her all day, so we had to bring her in.
And that's the point. It revolved around the parents because those are the people who had her. If she was over here with Billy Bob, we'd be talking about Billy Bob with Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or Auntie Joanna or whoever. It's all you got. That makes the story. Who was last with the child? That's common sense.
What also throws me off a little bit is why was you letting a 15-year-old boy hang around with your 5-year-old daughter?
That was like his sister.
But you got, well, look at this too. Candice and Allison, Hunter's mom, also had a falling out.
Yeah, I know. I've said it 1,000 times, sweetheart. Make it make sense.
A million times.
Yes,
the one house you went to the day your daughter went missing is basically your arch freaking enemy.
Yes.
Of all people.
Well, I think she did that because she had an alibi to say she went there and had them to blame.
And I did things that day because you got to lay it out. If we're going to say this is a deliberate plan to get rid of a child, I got to be somewhere seen with the child. I've got to have an eyewitness to say, yeah, I was with them with the child. But in the end, H, if he wasn't there at the end, he can't speak for what happened once he got out of the automobile.
Yeah.
And what a better witness? What a better witness than somebody who wouldn't lie to you because that ass don't like you.
Everybody, well, I want to go back to what happened earlier when everybody was talking, when that the girl that is I think it was Bullhorn, I forgot her name, but the protest girl that was in here earlier, she said, "What about the grandma?" There's only been one interview with the grandma, but I watched the interview, and the only thing that I saw was she kept answering the questions with the question and not really giving anything out. So that.
And who was that interview with her?
She's never talked to the media.
Yeah, I think it was YouTube, but there was an interview, but she never said anything about.
One thing I've learned: they sure love strangers. They sure love random strangers in their inboxes to talk and confide in. Don't you find that interesting?
Yeah, they're talking to everybody, but the actual.
You just let a stranger message you, and you strike up a conversation. Just like when I was watching Candy talk to Don and crying about, I thought that was my friend. Somebody had that on their channel where Don and her were talking to some woman on the phone, or YouTube or somebody. And I just was listening to her saying, she just betrayed me. She betrayed me. And I just can't believe how she did me. And Don was like, forgive her, forgive her. I was like watching the Gong Show. I said, you're the same person that curses people out, call people derogatory names, BITCHs, NIGGA, but then you're telling her not to hate somebody who betrayed her. I was like, who are these people? Who are these people?
It's night and day. You don't know what mood you're going to get. You don't know what mood you're going to get. Are you going to get spiritual, loving Jesus Dawn? Or are you going to get
strange?
Or are you going to get go to hell, bitch, Dawn?
Just forgive her. She didn't mean anything. We all make mistakes. Blah, blah, blah. I thought, oh my God, somebody give me a hammer.
Let me tell you something right now about mistakes. Jesus can forgive, but that doesn't mean I have to.
Well, I'm not Jesus. That's the point.
I'm not Jesus. Nope. And the jury.
Yeah, I'm of the flesh.
There's going to be a judge and a jury.
So I'm tainted. I'm tainted from the womb. That's just common sense. I'm tainted from the womb. So there's no reprieve because I'm of the flesh. I'm not God. I'm not his son. So I'm going to be judgmental. I'm going to be flawed. That's just the way he designed it. It was a perfect design.
Well, I mean, that's what we have to do. We have to judge everything. I mean, that's just part of life, everything we do.
I'm not believing it. Just because a person's mouth is moving does not mean I have to believe what he or she is saying. And that is what's wrong with a lot of people. They're very gullible and green. You want to believe anything somebody says and argue a person down. Oh, you don't know them and you don't know them. See, that's what I don't understand about a lot of people who are outsiders. You want to go to toe bat for a complete stranger from the holler that you ain't never met, you ain't broke bread with them, you ain't sat down, held a conversation. You meet them all in 5 minutes on social media, and then you're going to try to tell me, another stranger, why I should agree with this stranger who has a child missing and who's been very deflective and deception. A lot of deception in their commentary.
But yeah, a lot of people want to try to press their opinion on other people, but the reality is we have the right to believe what we want to believe.
I'm never going to agree with them. Their behavior the way they've conducted themselves in the past, up until the moment that little girl went missing, up until the point their children got taken, up until what? Yesterday? Hell no. Because you're showing me you never care for your children. You don't care for yourselves. And I keep telling people, self-preservation is first. If you don't love you can't love me. And it doesn't matter that you gave birth to me. You bought me from the pet store. You don't love your damn self. So how the fuck can you love me?
And that's a
And
very
these people
good
have shown that.
Look, I mean, look at how they take care of themselves. Look at how they take care of their home. Look how they take care of their surroundings.
Rotten teeth on a kid, but you love them.
Well, look at the way the house is. It's completely disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Filthy. It's not even really. It's barely even livable. Maybe you as adults can live there, but you got to take into consideration
Your choice.
a 5-year-old doesn't have the same ability that a grown-up does.
That's right. They didn't have a dog in the race because they didn't choose Candy and Don. Let's be realistic. God lined up these people, and the children came from the ground, let's say, from a seed. And the children walk up, and God says, go point to the person you want as your mommy and daddy. Ask yourself, with those kids, pick Don and Candy.
Yeah, they didn't ask for their parents. They didn't even ask to be here.
Kids never have asked to be here. You're exactly right. Exactly right. And it's terrible, terrible. People are pointing fingers every which way. Look at the pictures of Summer. The
pictures tell you everything, Brooks.
Yeah.
That's the best part about this story. You can think whatever you want.
Are pointing fingers saying it's this person, this person, this person, this person. Go through the pictures. Those people did not know Summer Wells existed when this neglect and abuse was going on.
Yeah. Pictures are worth 1,000 words.
1,000 words, exactly. Even if you didn't know anything about the case, you never heard the girl was missing. Somebody just handed you a portfolio of videos, TikTok, and Facebook posts, and they just told you, I want you to skim through these photos, and at the end of the last video, I want you to give me your opinion pertaining to the information that I've relayed to you. And let me guess what the person would have to say after they got done looking at all those photos of their kids' Facebook posts. If somebody has something positive to say, they ass need to be whipped too.
Yeah, take the photos, examine them closely, look at them, look at every single little thing, and point out what it looks like to you. Even if it's something small, at least that will help. Like, pictures are worth 1,000 words.
Yep, you're exactly right.
The mattress at the door. I watched that video the other day.
The mattress at the door, the refrigerator, the bedroom, her holding her privates, the shaved head, the bruised eye. Hang on, I got to address a couple comments. Southern Mama said, Don, Candice, or Grandis have not one long-term friend. What does that tell everyone? Well, they used to.
Very good point. Very good point. Amen.
Amy said, not one time have I heard any of the normal grieving words or phrases from them. That's a problem. So in a way, the parents kind of have to be discussed, and they have 0 of the 8 total kids between them. Oh, I'm not saying don't discuss them. I'm saying don't pay attention to their antics. We're definitely going to discuss them. When they want attention, and they want to draw attention to a circus, like the Mary, they took Donnie. Don't pay attention to that stuff. Nah.
That was a prime example of a liar. So why would I believe anything you said about June 15th after that show you put on the cell phone? Come on. That's why I tell people, stay woke. Everything you need to know has already been told to you. Everything you need to know about June 15th has been told to you.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is they're trying to draw attention to them, when really the attention needs to be brought to Summer.
They should only be talking about Summer. They should only be talking about Summer. Again, I'm going to ask, when TBI was holding the press conferences almost on a daily basis, where were the parents? Why weren't they up there pleading for their daughter? They sat their asses at home on social media, bitching about helicopters keeping them awake. Do you know the money, the resources, the agencies involved. I had another comment earlier. I should have addressed it where it said the search will continue. It doesn't matter if people are walking around physically looking, or they're behind a desk, or they're putting out warrants. The search is still going on. Police work is not just walking around looking.
Yeah.
There's other investigative tools that they have to use to get to the bottom of this. It's not a cold case. It's nowhere near being a cold
Amber Alert is still at hand.
Nowhere near being a cold case. Mama Dawn said, what about that disgusting mattress leaning up against the side of the house by the back?
Yes, that's what I said. I can understand
nasty,
that.
Nasty.
You invite these people to come interview you, and you just gonna go straight to the door and jimmy the door handle as if the mattress is not standing there beside you. I was like, what the hell is this? Is this man? Are these people this crazy? Oh, don't look at this mattress, but I want you to look at this door handle. See, sometimes they leave this door unlocked. We would get on them about this door. But let Candice say, ain't no in or out.
No in or out. And then later in the interview, she said, I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Look at the door. No, let's look at the mattress that has stains and
at the door. At the same door.
Right beside the door.
Why would you do that? Why would you leave that mattress up there by that damn door? Then go up there walk around to the front of the house, talking to the reporter. He starts beating on the refrigerator with a stick like he's trying to make a point. Yep, this is where she liked to play. Come again? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's funny is Dawn says she liked to play outside all the time. We got an echo. Does someone have YouTube open?
No.
Because I don't.
I don't.
Weird. All right, hang on. Hang on. Try this. Katsy Klein said the Subaru is paid off. Records are online. I really don't care if the Subaru is paid off or not. I've never heard of a car payment being online. I mean, I get mortgages and stuff, but a car payment's kind of odd to me. So I don't know. Let me see if I fix it. Hang on.
I don't understand.
I mean, whether they have a car payment or not, it's just another story from them. You know? Where the hell is this echo coming from?
I don't know, because I've been up here a while. You didn't hear echo when I first came on.
I know. Let me find out where it is. Hang on. Is there an echo?
Not on my end.
Uh-oh, it's on your end, Angela. What's going on?
I don't know. You muted my mic. Unmute your mic, it says. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Dawn said the car payment was $600 a month. But then people say it's actually paid off. I don't know. I mean, does it matter if there's a car payment or not? Summer wasn't making the car payment. So,
does the car payment really have any relevance to this case?
I mean, if there's no car payment, there's no car payment. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, he said that he had a $600 a month car payment. That's the reason he took the Subaru. Whatever, it's his car. Take whatever vehicle you want. I mean, I don't know why you say I'm paying $600 a month when you're not. I don't get it. Well,
I remember when they brought, I think maybe y'all brought it up or something on the live. I think it was Thanksgiving Day or the day after when we brought it up. Him using two different cars or two different vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about a red truck, and then they changed it to a red vehicle. They stopped using the word truck.
Mm-hmm.
Then doesn't Candice have a red vehicle?
She has a Subaru. I don't know. Okay, so Squall Tit said again, Ronnie Lawson said protesters will be arrested. Y'all have been warned. Have a good life. Well, I'm not going to protest, and I don't see how you can protest anybody for a peaceful protest.
How are you going to arrest protest when it's a constitutional right?
I don't know. I mean, if there's disorderly conduct, if someone gets on someone's property, if there's property damage, yeah. But standing outside in a public road holding a sign, I don't see how. Let me see if I fix the echo. Hang on. Is it fixed?
No.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm fine.
But when I talk to you, there's an echo.
Okay.
So you got something open that's looping.
I don't know. I just went into the regular way of hitting the StreamYard and it came up.
Can
Because-
you maybe put her backstage and then bring her back in?
Yeah. I can leave and then come back up.
I'm just saying maybe that'll fix it.
Let me see. What's with this mic thing? Let me.
Amy said, hey, I'm all for you guys and in agreement. If you see any of my other comments, you will know I'm a fan of you guys. Oh, thanks, Amy. Crime Time said, scream at them and act like idiots like they did in Florida. I can totally see an arrest. Well, that's disturbing the peace. That's different. That's why I keep emphasizing peaceful protest.
I want to bring up something about the song for Summer.
Well, we're going to do that on another show.
Well, I just want to say
debut it on another show.
Well, I just want to say one thing about it real quick. Because this is actually happening as we speak. So I announced it on my Instagram Live a couple days ago, and I posted the live. But I keep getting messages, and people are talking about that I shouldn't be writing a song because I know nothing about this case.
Oh,
but I'm also getting good comments, and I'm like,
no one cares about those people.
You've
been following this case for a long time. That's crazy.
I'm like, if I know nothing about the case, then what do you know? Like,
well, but you know as much as they do, unless you're on Candice or Grandis. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wrote the words came from what we have to go off of, like all the theories and everything, all the tips that we have. Like, if I know nothing about the case, then I wouldn't have even I wouldn't have even started to write it.
Exactly. And I told you, I was like, it'd be a great idea to write a song. A great idea.
Yeah,
someone said it's a felony to block the road. A felony to block the road for well, then they can protest somewhere else. I don't know. They're getting Summer's name out there. That's all I know. Yeah, Dylan, don't worry about those people. And I don't know who they are or why they were even saying anything like that to you, because you know as much as they do. The only people that know more are Dawn, Candice, Grandis, and law enforcement.
Yeah, I just take those comments and I use as fuel to, just make it like either change the song up and make it better, or go ahead and get it out, because I'm gonna publish it either way. It doesn't matter what they think. I don't care whether they want me to post it or not. I'm gonna post it.
Next week we're gonna get to it. We're not gonna worry about those people. We don't worry about things like that. No.
Did you watch my live last night, dear?
Do what?
Did you watch my live last night?
No, I went to bed early. I was at the dentist for a long time.
You should watch it. It's very interesting.
I didn't even I was busy all day yesterday. I was taking care of my 9-month-old puppy. I was cleaning my house. I was
obviously Summer's been visiting people.
I want to bring this up. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because okay, let me tell you and then I'll explain it. I had a dream a couple nights ago that I found Summer. And the only reason I'm saying that is because most dreams are like that. Something happens related to that a couple days later or sometime in the future. Now, of course, she's going to be, or maybe she'll be found, but it's just weird to me that I'm just now having a dream about Summer, even though we've been talking about this case for almost 6 months.
Well, a lot of people wake up in the middle of the night and they look to see if there's any new news or anything like that. I mean, it's not uncommon.
Was she alive or dead when you found her, baby?
Alive. Barely, but alive.
Okay. And what happened after that when you found her?
I went to, I was in Alabama when I found her.
Okay.
But I went to the local PD and told them with her. I went to the police station and said, "This is Summer Wells. She's been missing for almost 6 months. She went missing in Hawkins County, Tennessee, and she needs to be put somewhere safe."
Return home. Is that where you live, sweetheart, Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Tennessee is 4 hours away from me.
Huh?
He has a really bad echo. Oh, the echo can't be on my end. Hang on.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Dylan. Sorry. And then what I'll do is I'll unmute Angela when you get done talking.
Well, okay. Like I was saying, what happened after that is I took her to the local PD, said, "This is Summer Wells. She went missing from Hawkins County, Tennessee. She needs to be put somewhere safe and not put back with the parents because they have unstable living conditions." And then I woke up.
Yeah, it's a lot to process. It's a lot to digest. And like Waitress said, believe in your dreams, Dylan. You know, believe. So I'm going to mute you and then listen to Angela. I can't mute you for some reason.
It says my mic is muted.
I can't mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is you still hear the echo?
Yes.
You still hear echo?
Mm-hmm.
This is strange. Well,
guys, it's been a great. I'm gonna mute you. Hang on. This has been a great show. Loved having everybody come in. I'm sorry about the late notice. We're just going to continue to follow the case and hope for a good outcome for Summer Wells. And hopefully this protest, nothing bad happens. Hope everyone is safe. They're going to a different area. I mean, I've been reading some comments saying that, you can't block the road or anything. Well, I mean, I don't see how they have to block the road. But I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you, Dylan, for coming on the panel. Thank you to my friend Everyday Shenanigans. She has a channel too. Oh, hang on. Amy said, "I'm sorry for making the comment you didn't seem to like. I was just speaking in general." No. No, I liked your comment. That's the reason I said, "Oh, no, I see what you're saying. You didn't say anything wrong." No. And oh, by the way, thank you. Thank you for the $5. Thank you. So, hey, you guys, we have some new people in here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that reminder. If you want to join the Discord, send an email. We'll get you a link. I'm going to let Dylan tell everyone goodbye real quick. Dylan?
Thank y'all for coming on here and sharing your thoughts on this case. Like Brooke said, we're all in Summer's army. We're just trying to help her get her found. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say.
And we're looking forward to your song next week, Dylan.
I'm gonna try to get it out today. That's my plan.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Dylan. You are a sweetheart. See you in Discord.
All right.
All right. I got you unmuted.
okay. Thank you so much for letting me come up and speak.
Anytime.
I need to talk to you when you have a free moment.
Girl, I'm going to call you as soon as this show's done.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you all too. Thank you guys. You all have a safe weekend. Happy holidays to everybody.
Talk to you later, my friend.
Okay, honey. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks again. Great show. Some people are saying, don't do the protest. Some are saying do the protest. Either way, it's awareness for summer. If it's going to be unsafe on the road, I suggest they go somewhere else and do it. But they said they've done their research and all that stuff. So, it's your right to protest. It's your right. So anyway, guys, we will see you Monday morning. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. I hope your weather's nice. You go Christmas shopping, watch some Christmas movies, some football, veg out, whatever it is you do. Thank you so much for being here. We have the best chat on YouTube, hands down. It's always great. Always great. So we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.